More recently, we've been hearing things like the male loneliness epidemic, where males are feeling extremely more lonely. And I feel like this is a bunch of things, an enigma of things, right? First being after high school, you realize a lot of people we're just like your friends because y'all are in the same classroom, y'all probably said something funny, and y'all aren't really friends. And people don't try to build relationships outside of high school. Like, if you don't hang with someone outside of school, really, and not in like a sports setting either as well, they're probably not really gonna be your friend for a long time because y'all only were really friends because y'all had something like y'all had a common place. Y'all all had to go to school. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people aren't really insufferable, so you can become friends with a lot of people. But it's like work friends, right? You might talk every day at work. You might be really chill, but it's like it's not really your real friend. You're not gonna invite them to like your mom's birthday or whatever. Yeah. So I would just say watch out, especially if you're in high school. Like, don't put too much emphasis on people you don't really see after. Like, if you're not really seeing someone after school, I wouldn't even take it too much to heart that dang, like they really weren't my friend or they don't check up on me or anything, because a lot of things are just situational. Like, literally just situational. Where you're at, who's there, they're not really your friend. If you want to build something outside of that, hang out with people outside of school, contact with people outside of school, outside of these areas to, build that more friendship. But after high school, a lot of friendships will end because they were just your friends because y'all were both in school in same class, whatever. Even if you notice your friends, you stop getting less class with them, you start to feel like, yeah, not as much friends. Yeah, it was just a situation type thing. The next thing is social media. Social media has made people so like, I heard someone say, I think it was Joe Barr, he was like, social media is like fast food of social like interaction. And I was like, that's a great comparison because if actual social interaction with people in real life is good food, like veggies and all that great stuff that you need to survive and to be healthy, social media is the fast food because it feels like you're making connections. It feels like you're talking to your friends every day, checking up on them, FaceTiming. But there's something about human connection, face to face, and being with someone, dapping them up, laughing, hugging. It's different. Like, even talking to someone face to face is way different online. I feel like social media makes you think that you're closer to people, but a lot of people over depend on it, like over depend on it, and that's why I feel like you feel lonely because you're in your room all day, you're talking to everyone on your phone, but you haven't seen actual people in a while. Like, you haven't actually felt the touch of someone, seen them in your face, seen someone talking in real life. Because you gotta think, social media, everything is through things, right? You're hearing me through your computer, through your TV, through your phone. You're hearing my voice, and it's very accurate. But even me, I edited my voice. My dog was scratching at the door. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I'm muting that in the background so y'all don't hear it, right? So it's a lot more things than differently if you were just right here in front of me and I was talking to you, right? So it's extremely like what he said. Social media is the fast food of social interaction, and if you're only eating fast food, what happens? Like, your body is junk. You don't run as good. So, not saying limit social media definitely, but a lot of loneliness can also lead to only having social media interactions. That's why you feel more lonely. And those two things kind of intertwine because you'll see people on social media after high school as well, but y'all don't interact and nothing like that. It's very parasocial, even with people you knew. The third reason is this is something like I feel like we grew up with as men, especially if you didn't grow up in like the best thing, like best environment or whatever. You have like a thing of always wanting to do stuff alone and be alone, like not wanting to ask for help or anything. And this is like a big flaw that everyone has to come over because everyone's gonna need help. There's nothing you can do that doesn't involve another human. Like, literally, no matter what. Like, something you do, it doesn't matter if you went to the forest naked and you're surviving on yourself. You're thinking of things that other humans taught you how to survive alone. So we all need each other for help. Especially as a man, you're like, especially if you're someone who is always like thinking about dang the bills, like not that you're paying the bills, but you're also worried out because your parents kind of had that anxiety thing cast off to you. It feels like, bro, I want to do things alone. I don't want to ask for help. It feels like you feel like it's a weakness, but asking for help and knowing when you need help is actually a strength. And not even just for help, just like physically, financially, but also mentally too, bro. Sometimes you gotta ask your friends, bro, can we just have like a real talk, whatever? Like, have a real talk with your friends. But a lot of people don't do that because they see it as a sign of weakness. Think people will look at you differently. And I feel like this makes people alone. And the next topic is like girls and boys differently, where I think they differ and where girls like more succeed at. Because they'll have those real talk, cry all together, have a good talk, whatever, and get that out. That builds relationships and builds connections, having real talks. Like, not just talking about funny stuff all the time, the game, sports. Having real talks about life. Like, maybe you're unsure about something, maybe you're like depressed. Having those talks with your friends literally makes your connection like so much like this. And girls have that more. One thing also I feel like also girls have, which is the next point, is they plan things to do, like they plan to do things together more. Like, you'll see girls going on girls trips, hanging out together, making like girls dates, all whatever. And guys don't really do that. Like, you might, I just went on a trip to Vegas. That was my friend, so that was a great guys trip. But that's not as common with guys. Like, you're not really gonna like, you're gonna come over, watch the game, you're gonna play the game online. But like planning a trip or like saying, bro, let's go out to dinner tonight, bowling, whatever, just something cool to hang out with your friends, it's not really a thing. Like, it's not really as much. I mean, think as a person, like as a guy, hanging out with your friends as much, it's probably like if you play sports together, that would be your time hanging out, school, hanging out, playing the game. But again, that's the fast food of social interaction, so it's not really that good. Girls more, they're good on, okay, we're gonna go on this trip, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and have a great time all together. Those two things, spending time together doing different things, and talking about your feelings, is how you build the strongest relationships. Not even just in friendship, but also just relationships in general. Because male loneliness epidemic isn't just about being lonely to other guys and stuff, not having friends. It's also about relationships. People feel like they're not like as successful in relationships, like attracting that, right? And I'm gonna have a whole video about love later on, so I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But if you constantly feel like you can never talk about your feelings, and you constantly feel like you have to act like at this robotic person, you can't connect as deep as you can with a person that like fluctuates to something bigger, if you understand what I'm saying. The last thing, this is putting it on us men, on everyone, like taking accountability, because we can blame all these things which are true that lead to this, but in order to know you have control of your life, you have to accept that you have control over the ship, but also whatever happens to the ship, drowning, whatever, it's your fault. Even if it's like it doesn't feel like it's not, even if something happened, it's your fault. That's giving yourself control, accepting everything, right? A person come rage bait you, but you getting up and punching them and getting mad and doing all this crashing out, yes, they rage baited you, yes, they shouldn't have done that, but you had control of that situation because you acted in that way. You could have just went about it completely different, you could have left, did whatever, right? People never are the change they want to see. A lot of people, they ask, they tell me, they're like, man, I have no, like, I'm having trouble making friends, or people don't reach out to me or whatever, but they never reach out to people themselves. You never check up on people. Be the change you want to see, because people are like, why don't people check up on me? But what if everyone has that mindset? If everyone has the mindset of, why don't people check up on me? No one would check up on each other. Put your pride aside, be the bigger person, and check up on people. Now, granted, if you're checking up on people all the time and no one's checking up on you, okay, that's fair. You did it what it is. You did it. But I guarantee you, if you check up on people more, it's like a return to favor type thing, right? If someone gets you a gift, you're kind of more inclined to get them a gift, right? So if you check up on your friend, like, yo, man, how you doing, man? Like, for real, just real talk. Doesn't you have to be like, you have a full-blown talk, like, bro, how you doing, bro? I'm just checking up. You, I was thinking about you. That sticks with people, bro. Because a lot of people feel unseen. That's why the whole loneliness epidemic is the way it is. People feel like, dang, no one checks up on me or anything. So if you can be that change, that positive change, especially in someone's life, you never know when like you're down or whatever, and someone just checks up on you. Plenty of times it's happened to me. There's people I would text out of the blue, whatever, and they'll text me like, man, like, bro, how you doing, bro? I'm just checking up on you. Like, you good? You straight? Like, those things, bro. When you feel unseen and when you feel like, bro, just like giving up, not even in the way like of this, but like in the way of like you're down, bro, it can literally save you. You never know who you can save. So be the change you want to see, right? We're constantly talking about how people don't ever check up on us, all this, but we never check up on them. So we're just a part of the group. And if we're all thinking the same way, which a lot of us do, we're not going to check up on each other. And the final thing I want to touch on is community. That goes back to the girls thing, traveling together, all that. But people are not as good as community brotherhood as much as they used to. Like, checking about each other, building each other up, helping each other with our endeavors. You get so, like, it's good to be selfless, right? Focus on your things, right? But it's also good, see what your friends like. My friends do music, some of them do streaming, whatever. I'm helping with theirs, I'm clipping their stuff. Not saying you have to do all that, but be interested in what they're doing as well. And they'll be interested in what you're doing as well. Me doing all the, I was clipping my friends' music videos. I clip them, upload on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that. He went half on me to get that Sony ZV-1F camera, which makes the content way better. You know why? He wouldn't have done that just because. done that because I was took an interest in what he was doing. And that's how you build brotherhood. Not just off of, checking up on each other as well. That's a big part important. But see what your friends is doing as well. Get interested in what your friends is doing as well, right? Because one, you never know how that could come back to you, but also just feels good, man, helping people with what they want to get to that next level, right? So, community brotherhood, bro, because money, fame, all that, it's something we all want, something cool. Not really fame as much. I don't think everyone wants that, but like money especially. But real true connection with people are very valuable, bro. People will tell you, especially in this day and age, like people who are really real deal friends and really like love you, bro, and check on you and everything. They're worth more than money can ever count because there's been times I've been broke. My friends are like, bro, I got you. Like, buy some food right quick. Or, man, you broke, bro, I'm going to put some money in your tank. Or, even going to have them on the camera, bro. Like, stuff like that is more than money can ever ask because it's a real friend. People who would offer you a bed at their house, even when, they don't really want your company, but they'll offer you that there. That's something money can't buy, and people are lacking that. That's why I feel like so many people get rich. They're even more depressed, and they even, like, do irrational things because they don't have any friends. They don't have any brothers. They don't have anyone in a community. Find your community. If this your community, right? I know we just talked about the socials, the fast food, but it's still better to have like connections, right? You can be in this community as well. Talk to me anytime. We all talk to each other, go live, everything. And I feel like it's more of like unless parasocial, unless like talking to each other, but definitely also seek that real deal human connection, bro. It's something unmatched, something I can't explain. It's probably psychology behind that, whatever. But real human interaction, interacting with each other, loved ones, everything. It fulfills something that just the screen does not. And that's it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. We up double upload today, and I actually have my first day at work tomorrow, so that's why I did the double upload, because I'll probably still upload a video. I'll be on that grind. Yeah, I'll be on that grind. But if I can nutshell this video in one, be the change you want to be. Be the change you want to be. Simple. You want people to talk to you more, check up on you, check up on other people. You want to build a strong community, you want people to be invested in what you want to, do that, right? Be the change you want to see in the world. And I was gonna say, oh well, if that doesn't happen, then you know what I'm saying, you at least tried. But I guarantee you, what you put out will come back to you. I guarantee you, no matter what. I like this quote of when you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're actually grinding, mysteriously people will, like friends will come out of nowhere to help you and aid you with that. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.